Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yeah. It is I, says me. It is I, says me. I am sending out the bat signal in the Discordia. I am sending out the bat signal in the Discordia. I got a question for me. Somebody put a question. I don't see the question. It just says, congratulations. Thank you. Oh, wait a minute. Hi. In response to Tim's screenshot today about trading micros, I found it less nerve-wracking. I finally passed my fund. Let's go. Let's go, man. I ain't finished reading. So now that I'm traded in a paid account, I only trade micros. It took too much hard work to get. Let's freaking go. Let's go. See, I'll tell you, man, when you don't, when you ain't over leveraged, you be relaxed because you know this ain't fun to blow my account. And then when you be relaxed and just let the trade play out, you be like, oh my golly gee willikers. Did you see the way that thing worked out for me? Let's freaking go, man. Let's freaking go. That's what's up. Congratulations, Rhonda. But that wasn't the question. That wasn't the question. That was you feel me. That wasn't the question. That was just, thanks for sharing. But that wasn't no question. Hey, man. Good morning, everybody. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome. But I want to give you a nice hearty thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. If by some slither of my huge imagination you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., a.k.a. Aranya Grande. That's Big Spot if you don't hablo Espanol. And what are we doing here? What is this? Oh, yes, this is the overnight price action review. Shout out Rhonda, man. Shout out Rhonda. Every little step I take, you will be there. Every little. Hey, man. It feels good when you hit the milestones, man. Just keep doing the same thing you've been doing. Micros will get you there, man. When you trade in minis, the tick value is so high that it's like when it started going again, when it's going in your favor, it's gravy. You like, whoa, look at all the money I'm making. But when it started going against you, man, you sweating, you don't trust the process, you over leverage, now you risking blowing the account. But take your time with the micros, and when you get there, get to that payout, and you just realize I don't have to do a lot. It's about the long game. It's about the long. I'm trying to rush it. If it's about the long game, I ain't got to do a lot. I'll be there if I take my time. Hey, man, let's get to it. Let's see who in here. Then we go get to it, man. We got the lady of the hour, Miss Rhonda Green. She's serving new hair. We got Here to Learn and Share. Buenos dias, Valentin. Buenos dias. All right. We got Tish up in here. We got Sonya up in here. Sonya done switched up the what's name too. Oh, y'all ain't gonna just be serving new hair, and I ain't gonna serve no new hair. Let me change my picture and serve this new hair. Serve these soft locks. We got Kim up in here. We got Michelle. What's up, Michelle? All right. We got a bunch of thank you and you welcomes in there. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. Let's get to it. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. And here. Let's find 6 o'clock. Let's find 6 o'clock. That is 6 o'clock. Let's go ahead and move everything off of here except for the daily high and low. Well, I ain't gonna worry about the low because it's way down there. So all right. Oakley Dokley. That's 6 o'clock there. Again, for those who incorporate the new day opening gap into your trading, this is our new day opening gap. You know it's crazy. Like, I know Throwback Gang remember, you know what I'm saying, when I used to have the new day opening gap, the new week opening gap, all that on my chart. You know what I'm saying? I used to have like a lot of stuff on my chart. And then here recently, I've been telling people about, hey, like if you do use the new day opening gap, this what it is, yada yada yada, this, you know, this how you find it, all of that. Why Michael been like, you know what I'm saying, talk about the new day opening gap? Because the new day opening gap was like a big part of, you know what I'm saying, studying price for me. Like I think he started like in I think it was the 2022 mentorship or the 2023. I can't remember which one it was, but it was like a big part of studying price because of, and when he introduced like the event horizon and all of that, like the consequent encroachment in between gaps and all of that, is so it was like making me look at too much stuff, right? And I was like, I can't do it. But the new day opening gap and new week opening gap been a big part of what he's been teaching Caleb, how to study price intraday. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're an intraday trader, the new week opening gap, those are magnets for price. You know what I'm saying? Just like relative equal highs, relative equal lows, they're magnets for price. You know what I'm saying? Like you have different things that's magnets for price. And if you can apply it to your strategy if that fits your strategy. But if it, you know what I'm saying, if you're not, everything about ICT concepts, you got to know why you're using this tool, right? You can't just say, oh, this fancy, I want to use it. You got to understand, why am I using this tool? Does this tool fit the job that I'm trying to do? But he's been talking about that a lot. I'll just, you know, so if like intraday scalping, you know what I'm saying, session trading, like if you're on trade session, you know what I'm saying, go back and revisit some of that new day opening gap stuff that he used to teach back in the day. Because it, I mean, I understand it because I was deep into it, but that ain't what I'm going to be diving deep into over here. We talked about that back in the day. Okay. This the new day opening gap, right? So here we go. We opened up last night at 53.48.25. Right, so we open up at 53.48.25. All right, and then we pushed up and poked above yesterday's high. Right, Yesterday's high is at 53.61. So we pushed up, poked above yesterday's high, rejected off of it, traded back down into the new day opening gap, respecting consequent encroachment on the body of that candle, respecting this down close candle right there from 6:30. That was at the 7 o'clock hour, right? When price starts to like kind of move with some kind of purpose at 7 o'clock, right? And then I think the Asian officially opens at 8, right? I think it officially opens at 8, but it starts moving with some kind of purpose around 7 o'clock, as you see there. And then we hit the new day opening gap, push back up, failed to reach the high again, right? So we set, relative equal highs, right? And remember I told you about the gem I told you he had dropped when he was like, when you start to form relative equal highs, when the high to the left is higher than the high to the right, then that's high probability relative equal high. Same thing with the lows. When the low to the left is lower than the low to the right, it's high probability relative equal lows, right? That's a gem that I picked up from him on this Monday, right? And I've been studying it, and I was like, you know what? This man is a freaking genius. I never really paid attention to these small nuances like this right here. These small nuances, right? And I've even applied that. I was studying it all week. I've applied it in trades that I took this week, right? In trades that I took this week. Matter of fact, probably some of the trades that I shared inside the screenshots when I be giving like the moral of the story. Sometimes I be posting in there for the mentees and anybody else that want to hear the words that come out of my mouth. I be posting like the moral of the story, right? And I try to put like my thought process behind why I took the trade, or what happened when I spiraled, or what happened, because y'all already know I don't just post good stuff. When I do something stupid, right, I don't post everything I do in there. But if I have a thought that I want to share, or if I do something, extremely stupid, you know what I'm saying? So, and I just share it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But anyway, we failed to take out that 7 p.m. high. Then we displaced down, creating a SIBI here at 8 o'clock on the 8 o'clock candle, right? Created a SIBI there on the 8 o'clock candle. When we and that SIBI right there is in line with the new day opening gap. Okay, got this 15-minute SIBI here, and that is the first, right? That's the first SIBI that was created during this session. Looking back, yes, that's the first imbalance that was created. And then look at how price sensitivity is responding to that very first imbalance that was created, right? We went up, we went down, we went up. See how price, every time price come back to it, came here, hung out on top of it, pushed down, hung out on the bottom of it, pushed up, bounced off the top of the new day opening gap and that SIBI, pushed down, hit it again, hung out on top of it, pushed down below it, touched the bottom of it. See the sensitivity of the price to that right there. That's another gem I picked up from Michael a long time ago about those first imbalances. When you be looking at them first imbalances, right? Same thing with this one here, right? This is midnight right there, right? And then we come down, got this SIBI right here, right? And it's right there in line with that one. You see the price sensitivity there from that one, that first. This is the first. This is the first. They kind of align with each other. So price sensitivity there, price sensitivity there. We couldn't even get back up to this imbalance because we back there at the new day opening gap. Those first imbalances, all of that's confluence. We got all that confluence right there. That's real support and resistance, right? When you see people say, okay, this support broke, now it's resistance, you know what I'm saying? Then it broke again. Support, it's real support and resistance, right? So we pushed up, back up here. We just kind of like chopping a little bit, not really doing a whole lot. Consolidated there for a little while on top of the new day opening gap in that 8 o'clock SIBI, right? Just sitting on the top of that because we inverted it there, got inversion, made it an inversion here at on the 1030 candle, 1030 candle. Then we just consolidated on top of it there, right? Just kept generating these relative equal highs there. All right, relative equal highs there. Dropped down, took out this sell side there, right? Took out that sell side there. Boom. Right now, here's another little gem that we be talking about sometime, right? Remember when we say like a lot of times once we take out an intermediate term low or high, right, you can anticipate a larger retracement, right? Larger retracement, larger pullback, whatever. Okay, so if you look here, you got a swing low that's got a swing low higher to the left and the right, right? It makes that smiley face, right? When it make that smiley face, you know you got an intermediate term low right there, right? That's an intermediate term low right there. So you got the swing low to the left and the right of it that's higher. So these three swing lows form a swing low. And when them three swing lows form a swing low, the chart is smiling at you like, you know what time it is, right? So price came down, took out that intermediate term low, and then we got a larger pullback. But in this case, once we took out that intermediate term low, what did the market do? When it took out those relative equal highs, right? Gave us our larger pullback. You see what I'm saying? So it engineered the liquidity, right? Tricked people into thinking we're going short, took out the intermediate term low, and the market started smiling at you. I got you now. Pang-yow. Took out the relative equal highs that it had been forming. Boy, look at here. Somebody charging y'all $19.95 a month for this information right now. Shout out Big Trap. Big Trap. Say, it's somebody on the internet charge you $19.95 for this information. Hey, that right there was worth the price of admission. That was worth the price of admission. Again, don't be going looking for stuff everywhere. These are just tools in your tool belt, man. Tools in your tool belt. Then the rest is history. Went up, set a high, back but taking out the buy side, drop back down below, hit the new day opening gap again, hit those first. Remember all those first imbalances, all that confluence right there, bounce back up above the high one more time, drop down. Now, right, we're failing to get back up there, right? Does it mean that we're going to come back and maybe start to think about attacking these? Yeah, it don't matter. It don't mean that. You know what I'm saying? But you're watching it. You're watching it. So if price gives you a clue, if price gives you a clue and say, hey, let's go back. You know, you got different things to look for, right? You got different things to watch for, right? So, excuse me. That's all I got for the overnight price action, man. That's all I got. We throw the little teaspoon moment in there. Then Cause I be getting bored just talk about, hey, you know, we went this sibby, this, we this fair value gap, that breaker, that deep, that deep, da, the deep, the dope, day. All right, let me put my stuff back on the chart. Congratulations again to Rhonda, man. Super proud. I'm super proud. We traded back to the weekly low again. We're back at the weekly low again. That's the weekly low. Do anybody got anything for me? Let's zoom out and look at the chart. Let's zoom out and look at the chart to see where we at. Let's go to a daily chart real quick. See what we looking at on the daily chart. Daily chart. Daily chart. That's that weekly bullish order block we was talking about on the chart prep. Looking at the daily chart, we've been doing a lot. We've been doing a lot, seem like it, but what have we actually done? Can somebody tell me what we've done this week on the daily time frame? What have we actually done on the daily time frame? Somebody tell me in the chart. Yes, hard work does pay off, Kashaya. Congratulations, Rhonda. Super proud. Super proud. Now, Rhonda, while I'm waiting y'all to tell me what we actually did on the daily chart, y'all back up. Rhonda, come up here for a second. Let me talk to you. Come here. Y'all go ahead and type out what we actually did this week. Right? What we actually did this week. No, not fill the void. The whole week. Right? What did we? So we've done a whole lot this week, but when we zoom out to a daily time frame, what have we actually done? What's another term for ranging? Right? What's another term for ranging? Rhonda, come here. Now that you the whole yes. No, it's another term for slid to the right. There you go. I put a question in the Q&A about yesterday. Consolidate. Yes, that's all we did. Consolidation. Consolidate. You say you put it in there for me? You just did it. I said accumulate earlier. Oh, my bad. I missed that. He'll learn to share on her credit. There you go. He'll learn to share said it first. My bad. I said that earlier. I said that earlier. But you looking to the left. Matter of fact, speaking of looking to the left, I just noticed this. Faith for life. Faith for life. I hit you up on what's the name? Not Faith for Life. I'm fun to put you on blast. Somebody popped into the what's the name? Get off my screen. Somebody popped into the Discord, said Faith for Life. I go to YouTube, right? I see we have a new channel member, but it doesn't say Faith for Life. It says something totally different, right? It says something like Martinez. I think it said F Martinez, right? Now, me thinking, okay, F Martinez, her name. Hey, y'all, hold on. I just heard something. I shouldn't be hearing that. I'm here by myself. So Me thinking like, okay, a name might be Faith, but I don't know that. So I come in, I say, what's your YouTube name? Faith for Life just waves back at me. Just put a little thing up there, wave. Say, what's your YouTube name? I need that to put you in the correct tier. I still don't have it. So Faith for Life, right? I need your YouTube name so that I can put you in the right tier. Because when you come in verified, right, you don't have access to the tiers that you, especially if you're a mentee, you don't have access to the mentee only chats. You don't have access to the I Stay pop-up thing, right? You don't have access to what you need to be involved like in the homework reviews, the Q&As, right? The third Sunday Q&As, the first Sunday Q&As. You don't have the access that you need. So I need your name so I can put you in the right tier. Please give me your YouTube name. Kashaya, not sure if you can go through this while doing the overnight price section, but I want to know if I'm reading price right. I annotated my thoughts. I expected price to be bearish and reject those bullish PD arrays, but it ran through. Okay, let's look at what you got here. You got a bunch of is it an order I need to go in on these right here? Kashaya, is it an order I need to go in? You want credit? Is it an order I need to go in on these, Kashaya? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, oh, that's my ice maker. I just heard it. I just heard some ice fall again. When I was talking the first time, I didn't when I was talking the first time, I didn't hear the what's the name? Okay. Okay, so we got to say price doesn't respect this 4-hour bullish order block. Mean threshold. Okay, mean threshold, like MEAN. Mean, like returning to the mean. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. When something returns to the mean, that's what it is. Mean threshold, support and bearish bias. All right, so okay, so you said that. Wait a minute. So here, high. I don't want to dox you. Are you typing now? Yes. What is it? Okay, so when you said it didn't respect it, so you talk about this candle here. You talk about that candle there. Okay, what's your yeah, everybody getting used to Discord. What's your YouTube name? Like on YouTube, what's your name on YouTube? Faith for Life. What's your name on YouTube? Y'all hold on for a second. I'm talking to Faith for Life. We're gonna get back to this over here, Kashaya. Okay, so that is you. All right. I just wanted to make sure. Like when your names don't match, I don't just assume. You know what I'm saying? When your names don't match, I don't just assume, because sometimes I accidentally put stuff out in the public, and then back in the day, there was some people showing up in the Discord that weren't supposed to be there. And I ain't saying, nobody. I ain't saying nobody in the gang did that, but it was some people showing up that weren't supposed to be there. So, all right. And then, all right. So now you got the mentorship tier now. So now you're good. Now you got access. Now you got access to everything you need there. When you on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m., right? We'll be down here in turn with Fancy Dancy. Uh-oh. Did my computer restart? Hold on, let me turn on my Fancy Dancing. I guess my computer must have restarted. Okay, over here on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m., it says PA. It says PA Mentee Voice over here. You will come inside there for like the Wednesday night homework reviews. Okay, and then for the second Sunday Q&As for the mentee only, you'll come inside here where it say PA Mentee Voice. You come in there. If you just click it, you come into the voice, right? You come into the voice. If you just click it, and then you'll be inside. Like I'm in the voice right now. Like if you in the Discord and you click inside that PA Mentee Voice right there, you'll hear me talking inside the Discord right now. And then like I share my screen just like I share my screen on YouTube, right? And then you just click watch the live and you can see my screen inside the Discord. You know what I'm saying? Right? You can see my screen. You'll see my screen instead of just seeing my icon. You can see everything that's on the screen. And then on the third Sunday Q&As, we be right here in this voice channel called Third Sunday Q&As. It worked just like the PA Mentee Voice. When I do pop-ups, it be inside. I stay popped up. We'll be inside there, right? And then if I just do stuff for everybody in the gang, like all the tiers, it'll be in the regular voice, right? And then if I do anything in like you got class participation where I might drop some stuff for people to do. We got some polls. I share thoughts on screenshots, right? Over here, I share thoughts inside screenshots over there. And then, the main chat. And then if you got a question specifically for me, right there, say question section specifically for me, go right there inside For Big Spider. And if you got a question for the whole group, anybody can answer. It's under general question. Just put it in there, right? Welcome to the gang. Faith for life. Welcome to the gang. Now, what I was saying, I was saying this to Rhonda, and then I heard a noise, right? August 7th. Okay, this is what I was saying to Rhonda. I'm gonna get to this over here, Kashaya. The market's open. If you're gonna trade, please trade safe. If you're not gonna trade, please take a copious amount of notes. You can go back and study what you saw and apply to your few trading endeavors. Enjoy your day. Rhonda, congratulations on passing the eval portion and moving into the funded account portion. Right now, don't let my congratulations, anybody in the gang, congratulations, your own thoughts of moving to the next level. Don't let any of that apply any pressure to you. Right? It's inevitable. You're moving to another phase. You're moving to a phase that's more important. So the pressure is already there. Don't let the pressure affect you negatively, right? Remember what got you there, right? Remember the struggles you had in the beginning. Remember the rules you broke. Remember how you corrected those. And remember, okay, once I got to this point, this is what changed my trading. This is what got me here. Don't go back to those mistakes, right? Keep a hard line. This is all my learning over here. This is my point of change, and this is where I am now. Remember what got you here, right? It's okay to understand this what I used to be, but thank God I don't look like what I've been through. You feel me? Are we gonna preach a little bit this morning? Thank God I don't look like what I've been through. This was the change. This is when I became a new woman. Whoo! This is when I became a new woman. And now I'm over here. So use this right here, this change, right? Continue forward with this, right? Don't go back here. Take your time, right? Take your time. It ain't nobody business if Rhonda got a payout yet. It ain't nobody business how Rhonda doing with her performance account, or who I don't know who the company you with, right? I say performance account because I usually do Apex, but it ain't nobody business where you at, right? It ain't nobody business if you spiral, blow it, got to start all back over. You don't owe nobody no report card. You don't owe us no progress reports. Ain't no pressure over here. Ain't no gang. I don't want to see nobody asking Rhonda, hey Rhonda, how's going with your performance account? How I don't want it. Ain't none of that. It ain't none of our business. We here to build off each other, grow off each other, learn how to read this price and apply it to our trading strategies. So Rhonda, take your time. Like when you said trading with micros is a lot less stressful, right? Trade with micros. Trade with micros. Cause look here, Rhonda. Look here. If you're doing it with Apex, right? Apex got 10-day cycles, right? It's 10-day cycles to be able to request a payout if you're doing it with Apex, right? If you take your time, right? And let's just say you got a $25,000 account, right? You got $1,500 of drawdown, right? If you trade with micros, right? And let's just say you say, okay, the maximum amount that I'm going to risk on any trade is $50. I'm just throwing numbers out here. The maximum I'm going to risk on any trade is $50, right? That means you would have to lose. I need my calculator. Cause my math ain't mathing. I ain't even gonna hold you. My math ain't mathing right now. $1,500 divided by 50. You would have to lose 30 times in a row. Well, with commissions, we'll say 28 times in a row, right? You would have to lose 28 times in a row to blow that account. That is, man, it's such a weight lifted off your shoulders when you know I can actually trade, and I would have to be wrong 30 times in a row to blow this account. Whoo, that is a weight off your shoulders. Now, you got a 10-day, right? You got a 10-day window, right? You got a 10-day window that you got to get in. And if you are patient and you set up, let's just say you set up your trades, right? You set up a 3-to-1. You say, I'm only taking trades that's going to yield me a 3-to-1, right? And it may require you going into like 1-minute time frames to enter the trade based off what you to find these 3-to-1s, right? So if you're risking no more than 50, so that means you're trying to get $150 per trade, right? If you're risking no more than 50 and trying to get $150 per trade, okay? And they have a 10-day trading cycle before you can request, right? And then once you get above, because you got to get to 1,600, right? You got to get to 1,600 before you can start requesting payouts, right? So with a 10-day trading cycle, right? If you're making, let's just say you're making $150 per trade, and then over over 10 days, right? Over 10 days, let's just say you take 2 losing trades, right? Now, this is after you've made it to your threshold. After you've made the 1600, you're over your threshold, right? In them 10 days, you have 2 losing trades, right? So we're going to say 150 times 8, right? Minus 100, right? That's $1,100, right? That's $1,100 that you can request to take out because you've already passed your threshold. You already got, you know what I'm saying, over the 1600, right? But you're taking your time and you're not risking a lot of money, right? Because what people do, they try, and then mind you now, every company out there got a consistency rule. So what people do, they try to rush and get past the limit, and then they're failing the consistency rule because they go and make $2,000 in one day and then try to trade and just make $50 for the other 9 days and go try to request money. They be like, nah, you ain't in the consistency rule. But if you do it consistently, right? Do it consistently, you ain't gotta hit these home runs to start taking money out, right? So just take your time, you know what I'm saying? Trade the micros, you know what I'm saying? Don't blow your account up out there thinking I got to trade minis. Trade micros, right? And then when you start trading micros, and then when you take your first withdrawal, right? When you take your first withdrawal, buy another eval, right? And then trade the eval in your PA account the exact same. Trade them the exact same, right? Trade them the exact same. And then when you pass the eval, right? Wait till your next withdrawal, take out a withdrawal, and then pay for the performance account out of your next withdrawal, right? Because you got a 30-day window on the eval, right? So you got a 30-day window on the eval. So when you pass the eval, don't just pay for it right then, right? Wait till your next withdrawal, take out your withdrawal, and then use the money out of your withdrawal to pay for the funded account then, and then start trading 2 funded accounts the same way, and do it over and over and over, over and over and over. Build it like that. Next withdrawal, buy another eval. Or you can buy eval on that same withdrawal when you pay for the PA account, right? Or, you know what I'm saying, if you do it through My Funded Future, right, when you get your payout, buy another eval, right? Because with My Funded Futures, they don't have any assignment fee, right? Buy another eval when you get your payout, right? Get your next payout, right? You know what I'm saying? Buy however many you want to do, buy, you know what I'm saying? And that way you're letting the market pay for the evals, and then paying for the PAs, and then you're just, you know what I'm saying, you're just take your time. All right. I done beat that horse enough. That's what I want to say to Rhonda before I got distracted. Don't let me or nobody else pressure you into thinking you have to move fast. You don't have to go and try to rush, and so you can come back and say, hey, y'all, look, I got my pay. It ain't nobody business. It ain't nobody business if you got your payout or not. Congratulations on making it to the next level. Take your time, because this is setting up your future, right? What you put in your mouth, don't put doo-doo in my toilet. You feel me? that was my daddy and them used to say, what go in your mouth, don't put in my toilet. Now, okay, so back to this right here. So you looking at this right here. Okay, say this candle here, this 4-hour candle here, pushed up past the wait a minute. No, you said mean threshold of the order block. Okay, so let's see here. Price respect. You said something. August 7, 2 p.m. candle because it closed past 50%. I need to. Let's do this. Yes, all we did was consolidate right there. That's all I was saying. We did a whole lot of we had a whole felt like a whole lot was going on this week. We did a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying, big ranges. You know, look at that big range on Monday, big range. We had big ranges every day, but all we did on a daily basis is just consolidate right here, right? Taking out that low, taking out that sell side, you know what I'm saying, repricing these imbalances, coming to the bottom of this monthly order block, but we just, you know what I'm saying, chopping right there, just consolidating, engineering liquidity on a daily basis. We just engineering liquidity on a daily basis. Right now, we're trading at the upper range of this consolidation area. Right, we're trading around the upper range of that consolidation area, but we just engineering liquidity right now on a daily basis. So let's go over here. Let's put it on 4-hour candles so I can see what is going on here. Okay, you said the August 7, 2 p.m. candle. August 7th, 2 p.m. candle. All right. Okay, so the August 7th, 2 p.m. Oh, here. This is what you're talking about. Okay. If I look at your lines, I know what you're talking about. You got the lines on there. Okay, so you're looking at this saying we came down here and we closed below the mean threshold of that. Okay, all right, got it. I'm tracking that now. And then you say, and then we pushed past these fair value gaps. You say we pushed past the fair value gaps. Okay. Okay. All right. Got that. So this here, push past the fair value gap. All right. Let me make my chart look like yours. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm tracking now. Looking for price to come down here. Okay. All right. Based on the dealing range, my short-term draw is the the bearish PD array on the 4-hour. Hold on. Based on the dealing range, my short-term draw is the PD array bearish order block on the 4-hour. Okay, here. All right, so you look for price to go there. Okay, so you look for, because we're in a premium. Okay, so you look for price to come up here, bounce off the order block, and then drop down. Okay, all right, I'm following you. You got external liquidity. Okay. All right, following you, tracking. All right, so you're looking for price to come here. Yeah, like you said, you look for price to come here, boop, and then come back down. All right, that's what you're looking for. Okay, because we're in a premium, was looking for this. Okay. All right. Looking there. Where's order block? Expect the price to reject at this 15-minute breaker. All right, let's go to 15-minute. Okay. All right. So expecting price to go there based off this right here. Okay. Then all right, don't got no, that's the last one. Okay. So now let's see what the question was. Now I'm on track with did I close my Discord? Did I close the Discord? All right. But I want to know if I'm reading price right. I annotated my thoughts. I expected price to be bearish and reject those bullish PD arrays, but it ran through. All right. So you want to know if you was reading price right. Okay. Now let's go in there and look at what's a going on. All right. So now I got everything that you was expecting and annotated. And here we are. So based off of the 4-hour chart, right? Based off the 4-hour chart, right? This is our current dealing range based off the 4-hour chart. Okay. Now we have to think about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with price and what time frame we're watching. Okay. So based off the 4-hour chart, this is the current dealing range right there, right? This is your current dealing range here based off the 4-hour chart, right? This range here that you're watching, right? This is just a price leg inside the dealing range. Okay. This is a price leg inside the dealing range. So now on the 4-hour chart, this is just a price leg inside the dealing range, but this could be a full dealing range on a 1-hour chart, right? And so, Tim, what's the difference? We talked about this in the past on a video somewhere, right? So when you're looking at a dealing range, right? Right, when you're looking at a dealing range, right, we have taken out buy side here, right? We've taken out all this buy side here, and we've come and we've taken out sell side down here, right, on a external basis. You see what I'm saying? So we've run buy side, right? Because we engineered liquidity, right? And we took out buy side there. This is external liquidity for this range. We've taken out sell side, which is external liquidity for this range. So from this high to this low, this is the 4-hour dealing range, right? This is your 4-hour dealing range right there, right? So that's your current dealing range. Right, that's your current dealing range right there. When you look at your current dealing range here on this time frame, we're in a discount, right? We're in a discount for the current dealing range. Okay, so we're still in a discount for the current dealing range. All right, so for the 4-hour time frame, right, based off of a 4-hour time frame, you got to realize you're in a discount. So if you're trading in accordance with the 4-hour time frame, you would be looking for opportunities to buy if you're trading in accordance to the 4-hour time frame. Okay. Now let's go down to like 15 minutes here, right? So looking at the 15-minute time frame. Okay, looking at the 15-minute time frame here, we came above that, came below that, right? So now with the 15-minute time frame, okay, this area here is your current dealing range for the 15-minute time frame, right? That's your current dealing range for the 15-minute time frame, okay? So when price is down here, right, you should be looking for opportunities to buy, okay? So now if the 4-hour you're in a discount and you should be looking for opportunities to buy, and then the 15-minute is in the discount, you should be looking for opportunities to buy. They are in alignment, right? So both of them are in a discount. So both of them you're looking for opportunities to buy. Okay. Until that's not true anymore. So what makes that not true anymore is if the 4-hour gets back to, let's put this here, right? When the 4-hour gets back up into a premium, right? When the 4-hour gets back up into a premium, now the 4-hour is long in the tooth, and you're looking to see if we're going to continue to the high or we start to respect bearish PD arrays, right? If the narrative has switched bearish, right? If the narrative has switched bearish. So on the 4-hour, let's go back to the 4-hour, right? And look for clues. We're going to look for clues that were missed because, like you said, it went to the high there, right? So let's go look for the clues that were missed. Okay, so price came here, took out the sell side, dropped down, right? We dropped all the way down here. Where did we go? It's the 4-hour chart, right? So we came all the way down here. We've repriced through all these imbalances there. We've traded all the way back down into this area and got a nice rejection off of it. Okay, so we got a nice rejection off of it. Okay, so once we came here, we hit that, boom, we're respecting it, we're pulling back up. Let's see where the bodies are acting. Okay, so we come back over here, the bodies, right? The bodies are respecting all of these, but pick your PD array. It's a litany of them over here, right? The bodies are respecting this area there. Okay, so got a nice rejection off of that, and then we push back up here. We push back up here, right? Come right to equilibrium, back to this bearish order block right there. All right, so we push back up to equilibrium, hit this bearish order block right there, right? Came to fair value, didn't make it back to premium, but we came to fair value, right? And right, pushing up there, we created a Bissy there, quickly close it up, start to chop, pushed up to fair value, push back up to this. This is that was like a gap down over the week. So this is like a new week opening gap right there. So we push back up into the new week opening gap because this gap down here is from a Friday to a Monday, right? So we push back up into the gap from the beginning of the week. So price, you know what I'm saying, kind of chopped its way back up. No real displacement and nothing outside of this one fair value gap there, right? So this was the initial, and you got to include the volume imbalance, right? So that was the initial fair value gap there. We're gonna make that green that we had created going up, right? Then we came back down into bullish order block there. Then we push back up, and that's when we made our way all the way up to the equilibrium, the bearish order block, knew the opening gap, right? So we have this is the area where we just engineering liquidity there. So we push up, then we drop back down below the lows there on the 4 hour, drop back down below the lows on the 4 hour, fail to get down to the low, right? Poke down into the rejection block, come down here below the bodies of these candles there, right? Poke down, but all the bodies are still respecting that same area. So this body is still the lowest body. So all the bodies are still respecting this area there. Okay. So then, like now coming here, right there where we started really paying attention to price. Right. So now that we know we went up to equilibrium, went up to fair value, right, and then dropped back down to a discount. Okay. So bodies not pushing past, drop down below this low. Now this candle here, like you say, it closed below mean threshold, right? Then the very next candle drops below this low and then immediately closes back above mean threshold. Okay. Immediate close back above mean threshold. So then we push up and we fail to get to consequent encroachment of this 4-hour fair value gap, right? That's showing weakness. That's showing weakness that we should go down, right? Once we see this weakness, right? Once we see this weakness right there, right? We want to see price start getting away, right? So that's weakness. So here you're right. That's weakness. It's showing weakness, right? But we immediately push back above it. Okay. That's okay. That's this right. That move right there got you questioning this, as it should, right? But then this weakness off of that consequent encroachment, right? Now you say, okay, maybe we do want to go down, right? Maybe we do want to go down. Okay, but we're still in a discount. So we need to see price take out, right, a low and create displace down, taking out a low before we can start trusting this area as an area to get short off of. Because right now we're just in a discount and we're failing to get that low, right? We're failing to get that low. All right, but this is still showing weakness. Okay. Once we get this rejection off of this consequent encroachment, right, we want to see like weakness come, like start attacking this. I need to attack that low because you showed me you was weak there, but I need to attack that low, right? Instead, we push back up again and then can't get the low. Okay, so now this ain't right. This ain't showing me I want to keep going down yet. It can, because yes, again, we got a lower closure. It can, but I need you to push through because you were showing me a lot of weakness here. You struggled to get to consequent encroachment. This ain't giving me follow through of this weakness right here, right? So then this candle here, right, blast off and inverted that, right? So now that's an inversion fair value gap, right? As it should be, right? As it should be. Why is that, right? Because it's a inversion. I mean, it's a SIBI that's created in a discount, right? This is a 4-hour SIBI that's created in a discount because we're in the discount right now on the 4-hour time frame, right? So that right there was your first clue that down may not be the answer, right? Because we got a SIBI formed in discount, right? and then it became an inversion after struggling to get back down to that low. Okay, that's clue number one right there. Right, we got an inversion fair value gap on this. Well, a couple mini clues, but this was the first big clue right there. Right, that inversion fair value gap right there. Right, not only did we invert this fair value gap, we reclaimed that fair value gap. You know what I'm saying? Remember the first BISI that we created, right? We created a BISI. This was after taking this, coming down, taking this sell side and rejecting right there, we displaced up and created a BISI, right? That's what gave us our bearish order block right there. I mean, our bullish order block right there. Okay. So now that we've come down, right? We've come down, and this is, if I don't know if you remember, I don't know if you, when I was talking about Michael teaches two different ways of reclaiming the order block. This is the other way of where we came down, right? And we hit the order block there. Then we pushed up, made a high, right? Made a high there, and we still haven't came up and taken out any significant buy side. And then we come back down and reclaim the order block, right? That's more advanced. That's why I didn't put this in as a clue, because that's like super advanced. That's another way of looking at reclaimed order blocks. That's like really, really advanced. I don't really use that in my trading, but that's what this is. It's reclaiming that order block right there, right? And once it reclaims that order block, then you can anticipate it going back to the high, right? But that's way more advanced, and that's the other way of talk. And we talked about that before, like because I was talking about the reclaimed order blocks, and I was like, there's two ways he teach it. That's another way right there. Okay, so this right here is clue number two, because we reclaimed the initial BISI from the displacement up, right? We displaced up, created the BISI, right? Created the order block, right? Pulled back down, reclaimed the order block, and then reclaimed the BISI. Right, so we reclaimed the BISI. Now that we reclaimed the BISI, that's clue number two. Right, clue number three. Right, remember what I always say: if you got multiple imbalances in a price leg, right? If you got multiple imbalances in a price leg, right? Once the first one fails, I anticipate all of them to fail, especially if it's SIBIs in a discount or BISIs in a premium, right? And in this case here, since we're looking at a 4-hour chart, right? Since we're looking at a 4-hour chart, since we're in the discount, right? When you create a SIBI in the discount of a dealing range, right? That's not a high probability SIBI. You're anticipating it to become an inversion fair value gap because you're in the discount of that dealing range. Okay. It doesn't have to be, because price can be exceedingly bearish, but you don't want to just sell off of this. You want price to hit it, displace away, create another SIBI to let you know that, okay, now I can treat this as a balanced price range because we're displacing away. We've hit it, came, taken sell side, left another imbalance. Now I can look at this to trade lower off of, right? Because price is showing me that it still has something to get to down here. Okay. But in this case, right, in this case here, price is not showing a willingness to keep melting off, right? The bodies are staying above there. The bodies are staying above there. And then we got an inversion. And then we got a reclaim, right? Very strong closure, right? Very strong closure right at the tippy top, right? Just barely a little wick on there. Very strong closure, closing above consequent encroachment of that 4-hour BISI, right? So now this is showing bullishness, right? It also a reclaimed order block fair value gap when it consolidated in there like that between what is it also a reclaimed order block or fair value gap when it consolidated? No, reclaim, when you reclaim something is when you get back on the right side. Now, this type of reclaiming, that the reason why I don't really dig deep into it is because it's too confusing for my brain. Because reclaiming is, right, you got a bullish fair value gap and you're on the bottom side of it, and then you close back above it. You know what I'm saying? Now you're expecting to come back and reclaim that, right? Because you're back on the top, and now you're coming back down to you're reclaiming it. Hold on for a second. That's my doorbell. Back here on the live stream. Yeah, just go ahead and do your thing. Yeah. Pest control guy came in. Or when price trades away then back. Yeah. So reclaiming it. Yeah. When price, like, we got below this fair value gap here, right? That made it an inversion, right? And then when you get back above it, you know what I'm saying, you're reclaiming it. It's like reclaim. But it's one of the things where don't try to look for it everywhere. Everything has a narrative. You know what I'm saying? Everything has a narrative. Just like every time you're trading below or above a fair value gap, or you're not looking to this inversion, I'm gonna sell off that. This inversion, I'm gonna buy off that. It's all about the narrative. Like, you know what I'm saying? What about it? Is it playing into the narrative? Because you can see stuff everywhere, but it's got to be a part of the narrative. But that's why I don't like to talk about this way of reclaiming the order blocks, because this is a bullish order block and I'm still above it. So, you know what I'm saying? That sense of reclaiming don't make sense in my mind based off of how reclaiming works in the ICT world. So, yeah, like that. Hopefully that makes sense, right? If it don't, just say, Tim, that don't make no sense. You need to help me out on that. So, this is showing bullishness. All right, we've traded back. We've closed above the consequent encroachment of this, right? So that's showing bullishness on the 4-hour, right? And we're in discount on the 4-hour. Okay, appreciate it. Yeah. Right. And you're in a discount on the 4-hour, and this is showing bullishness on the 4-hour. Got it. So the 2 a.m. candle inverted the first fair value gap. Right. The 2 a.m. candle. Yes. This candle here, yes, it inverted that, right? So now you got an inversion BISI and a discount. That don't apply to the narrative of the 4-hour time frame. So we're not looking to short off of this inversion fair value gap, because the 4 hour we're in a discount. So we need price to show us that it wants to keep going down before we start trying to short. All right. What, Tuesday? You said Tuesday? Yeah. Yeah, that same thing. So we like inverted it there, but we're in a discount, right? So we get back above it again and we come down below it again, right? We need price to show us that it wants to keep going down, right? When we got the inversion here, we immediately reclaimed it. See what I'm saying? We immediately reclaimed it. Then we got down to the inversion here, right? And it's like we just dilly-dallied there for a minute inside this SIBI that should be dropping, but price is struggling, and this SIBI is not creating SIBIs. It's not even creating the opportunity to make a SIBI, right? And so there that was showing, okay, it don't look like it may want to drop. Yeah, okay, wait, you're not pushing like you should. Oh, boom. Okay, we got an inversion fair value gap and we reclaimed this fair value gap again, right? We close above the consequent encroachment up. So now this is starting to look bullish. So now the 4 hour is starting to give you bullish, right? Inside the discount, right? So now the 4 hours giving you bullish inside the discount. All right. So that right there is making this a lower probability, right? It's making that a lower probability because we're struggling down here to continue lower, right? We're struggling down there to continue lower. And when we look at, right, the entire order block, right, we're pushing up, right? We're right there at the mean threshold of the entire order block, right? And we're coming into it hot. We coming in hot, right? Disrespecting bearish PD arrays in the discount, right? And this is another bearish PD array in the discount. See what I'm saying? This is a bearish PD array in the discount of the move, right? And we're starting to disrespect bearish PD arrays. Even this inversion fair value gap at that time is a bearish PD array. So now we're disrespecting bearish PD arrays, right? So that's 1, 2, 3 bearish PD arrays that we've disrespected, right? Because we closed above a bearish fair value gap, right? We reclaimed a inversion fair value gap. That's 2, right? Because inversion BISI is a bearish PD array, right? And then we close above the consequent encroachment of a third PD array. What Michael say, when 3 PD arrays fail, you're probably on the wrong side of the move, right? So there's your third clue right there, right? Disrespecting 3 PD arrays. We're going to put the close above the consequent encroachment because that's not a true sign. That's just showing weakness. That's just showing weakness on the part of this SIBI. But the weakness of this SIBI combined with 1, 2, 3 bearish PD arrays failing, there's a third clue that was letting us know that we shouldn't be looking to get short in this area right here. Right. So those are some of the clues that were missed in this, right? And like I say, you weren't for the 15-minute time frame, right? For the 15-minute time frame, for the 15-minute time frame, I can see how you're looking at this. Okay, we're in a premium, we should be going down, right? And I can see how if you're zoomed in to just here, I can see how you say, okay, we're in a premium on the 4 hour, right? For the 4 hour, you were just too zoomed in. for the 15, like using this as a 15-minute time frame, you wasn't wrong about what you were seeing based off the 15-minute time frame. You were just too zoomed in for the 4-hour, and you was using the wrong portion of the 4-hour as your dealing range, right? This is your 4-hour dealing range there, right? So, you know, you actually did a good job at like looking at it. It's just that you was not in sync with the algorithm. You were too zoomed in on your 4-hour. All right, you were too zoomed in on the 4-hour. So, but you did a good job at reading the price and what you anticipated doing. Is just the reason why it didn't play out for you is like you were too zoomed in on the 4-hour. Hopefully that helped. All right. Can consider the high like breaker. Can consider the high like breaker block. I don't know what I mean. High, low, higher, high. High, low, high, high. You're welcome. Break a block with a fair. I'm going to go for another day so I can keep practicing my reading. Yes, that's what it's all about. Practice makes perfect. I'm a Carino. I'm not understanding what you're asking. Say can consider the high like breaker block. I'm not breaker block with a fair value gap. I'm not getting what you I'm not understanding that. Help me out. Help me out what you're trying to say. Yeah, help me out with what you're trying to say. The green candle in the high. Which green candle? This right here. The green candle. Was the QA from the overnight price from the other? Was the QA from the overnight recorded? Oh, from the other night? Oh, I don't know. You got to ask. You talk about for the homework review? You got ask somebody in the gang. Yeah, gang. That was in there. Did anybody record that? I don't record the homework reviews. I just record the Sunday night Q&As. But people in the gang be recording the homework reviews, and a lot of times they'll post it, they'll share it in the like I know DB recording it. I think Tish be recording it. I don't know. Yeah. Go in the Penty in the Minty voice. Go into the Minty voice and post. I'll do it. Did anybody record the homework? Hey everyone. If anyone recorded the Wednesday night, what are we? You talk about the one. If you talk about the one from Wednesday, I don't record those, but Sunday is is recorded on the YouTube channel. Yeah. Yeah. I don't be recording the homework reviews because oh, Tish say she'll post it later. Tish recorded it. She say she'll post it later. Just put it in there where I just hey Tish, I just posted the question, the PA mentee the PA mentee voice. Just post the link inside there. Inside the PA mentee voice. All right, so the first candle before the displacement. You realize there's a lot of let me tell y'all how to help me, right? Let me tell y'all how to help me. If you are looking at your chart, if you put the time of the candle, that's what helps me. Because like saying the first candle before displacement, that don't help me because I see displacement all over this chart. So put the time of the candle, like the time and date, like how when Kashai was like the Tuesday 2 p.m. candle. You know what I'm saying? If you looking at your chart, just hover over your chart and be like, okay, I'm talking about the green candle, the 6 a.m. Wednesday green, that candle. I'm talking about the 2 a.m. candle. You know what I'm saying? Give me the time because like this right here don't help me. Right? The first candle before the displacement don't help me because that can be over here. That you know what I'm saying? That could be that candle, right? The first candle before this displacement, right? And then and you got to remember it's a delay because I be to say 12 other things, and then when you just say yes, and I just said, "Are you talking about this candle right here?" And then I look over there, you say yes, and then I start talking about this candle. And I look back, and you like, no, 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 I meant the other green candle. That's why I'm like, just tell me the time. Point at your chart and be like, okay, the Friday 2 a.m. candle, the Wednesday 6 a.m. candle, the Thursday the first 6 a.m. candle, the you know what I'm saying? What and like just tell me which candle it is so I know where you're looking at. All right. And I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. I'm waiting on you, Karina. What candle were you talking about? All right. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I was trying to wait to see what calendar we was talking about, but I ain't seeing nothing. So we're gonna go ahead and call it, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Again, if you're gonna trade, please trade safe. If you're not gonna trade, please take a copious amount of notes so you can go back and study what you saw today and apply it to your future trading endeavors. Till the next time I decide to get on Algo's internet and share my thoughts on this thing they call price action. Remember, it's your boy Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., aka Aranya Grande. Y'all be safe out in these trading streets, man. Gone.